Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. So today we're going to be looking at the swing states, plus a couple of other states that you have asked me to look at, because you are concerned, and I get that. It's a day before the election. Happy Monday. Here we go. I want to try to put some minds at ease. Obviously, I don't think every state's going to turn blue, but I think the prospects are better than what I think some of you are imagining. So just to be clear, in this video, we are looking at Nevada, Arizona, Texas, Wisconsin, Michigan, Georgia, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Florida. And if you haven't already, please help my algorithm. Hit the like button or the thumbs down, either way, it doesn't matter. It helps my algorithm either way. If you leave me a nice comment or one that isn't, it still boosts my algorithm, so I appreciate it. And, share the videos if you feel inspired. Check out membership. There's almost 24 classes, plus I do the live channelings. I answer members' questions. And also too, I did add some more dates. If somebody wants a personal reading with me, you can get a live channeling, you can get an Archangel Raphael healing. I do tarot readings, and that's at DianeAquarius.com. And just quickly, as many of you know, I have partnered up with Otter Spirit because you guys know I love animals. And $1 of every sale does go towards the sea otters. The discount code is in the description box below, as well as the link for membership and my website. And what I love, it's a magnetic strip. Each gemstone tells a unique story. Now it's time to tell yours. And so they're all a little bit different. The one that I'm wearing today is Blue Apatite, and they're all authentic double or triple A grade crystals. I communicate clearly and confidently. The intention is confidence. Zodiac signs: Gemini, Pisces, Libra, Capricorn, chakras, third eye, and throat. And I have their lapis lazuli on too, which also helps with your third eye chakra. So once again, the discount code for you guys is down below, and they do come beautifully packaged. They do come in like these nice little pouches. And so without further ado, oh, and I will do a 3-card pull at the end with the Healing Spirits Oracle by Gordon Smith. So let's get into it. Let's start right off. With the states that I am thinking are going to be blue, just, psychically, intuitively, if you see me looking down, I am looking at my paper. I do not have the states memorized. So if you see me looking down, I am looking at the paper. The ones that I think that are going to turn blue, I'm going to start with those first. So let's take a look at Wisconsin. I think Wisconsin is going to pleasantly surprise us, but let's see what the cards have to say. Seven of Pentacles. For those of you that's not familiar with how I read, the first card is the Significator card. The second card is the obstacle, the challenge, the difficulty. And then the subsequent cards are the actual predictor cards. Okay, so Seven of Pentacles, obstacle, Knight of Pentacles, outcome cards. Wow, lots of pentacle energy. Boy, so all of you guys in Wisconsin, you are just so grounded, so down to earth. 10 of Wands and Temperance. So Wisconsin is clearly all about balance and trying to feel stable and grounded. I've never been to Wisconsin. I don't, those of you from Wisconsin, please put in the comments if you know what this is about. But I can see those people living there are giving this a lot of thought, and they're looking at the economy in particular. And, the challenge is a lot of them are feeling maybe like things aren't as stable as they would like it to be. But it's interesting how we go towards the Queen of Pentacles, who is oftentimes considered to be one of the 2 mother cards. The other one would be the Empress. So, going towards a candidate that is motherly and nurturing, who they believe is going to help them be stable and grounded, because they have been feeling burdened and oppressed. There's a lot of them that's feeling a pretty heavy energy. And when everything is said and done, the state of Wisconsin ends up beautifully balanced and stable, very harmonious, peaceful, and calm. And so to me, where the Queen of Pentacles came out as the first outcome card, I think, to me, that's pretty much a yes, that's a blue for me. And I'm just going to cross them off as I do them. Okay, so Michigan. I don't think Michigan's going to be as close as folks are thinking. So once again, if you're from Michigan, put in the comments what you're thinking, how you're feeling, what you think the atmosphere is like where you are. Okay, Michigan. Queen of Swords. Sun. That's your obstacle or challenge. Interesting. The obstacle is the sun, outcome, moon. Five of Wands. Two of Pentacles. Interesting card. So a lot of dynamics at play here. A lot of going back and forth. I think Michigan is going to be very decisive, but once again, they're looking more towards a female. So I'm not getting a king card or even a knight or a page. So there's nothing masculine about this reading, indeed. And so they're looking for things to be balanced, for things to be moral, ethical, that sort of thing. And it's interesting because this is also like a card that a female lawyer would get. A lot of them, this is a little bit like Wisconsin. They're sort of feeling like they're waiting for more. They're waiting for better times. They're waiting for good things to come. And you know what? I am getting, where we're getting the moon combined with the Five of Wands here, that there is going to be some going back and forth, especially when we look at the Two of Pentacles. There's going to be some going back and forth and some like lack of clarity when it's released. You know, at some point during the night we should know. The next morning we should have a really good sense. But it seems like we're going to be a bit in the dark and things are going to be a bit unclear. But where we're getting, like a female lawyer here, I'm going to say they go blue. All right, Georgia. So for all of my Georgians in the crowd, please put in the comments how, you think Georgia's going, how all of you are thinking and feeling, what's going on. Okay, Georgia. They are ready for a rebirth and reawakening. The Judgment card. Okay. Their obstacle. They've been having their own stress, worry, and anxieties, feeling a bit stuck and trapped. Okay. Here they are celebrating. They are joyous. They reached their milestones, their goals, their accomplishments. They sort of feel like, okay, better times are ahead. Like we're returning to a normalcy. Someone that will protect, oh, this is interesting. Someone who will protect unions, partnerships, marriages, and children. And there's a house in both of these. So if you know about tarot, the 78 cards, not a ton of houses. So, here we are, two houses, the only card that only has children. We have this married couple here. So Georgia is caring about the rights of children. Who's going to take care of children? The rights of, the LGBTQ community and marriage. And they are so ready. They are manifesting a new beginning. The Magician card is about manifesting a new beginning. So I do believe I'm right. They are going to be turning blue in this election. And just to be clear, I do not know the history of every state and how they have voted. So if you're like, well, yeah, they voted blue before, they could have. You know what? I honestly don't know. I don't think it would be as a psychic, I don't think it'd be in my best interest to do a deep dive into like the history or to do a deep dive in what's going on currently with the polls and all of that. My feeling is always the polls are typically wrong, and they are heavily swayed at this point, I think, by, the billionaires that want the Republican Party in. That is, my sentiment on that. North Carolina, I was getting the feeling that they're going to head towards blue also. I mean, as you guys know, I live in Salem, Mass. We're going to be blue, us in Massachusetts. Typically, New England is mostly blue, so. Annie's doing well, by the way. I know some of you have asked. Wildfires are going, but under control. There are days where it's not so great, but once again, climate change. We had one of the hottest Halloweens on record. Tuesday is going to be like one of the hottest election days that we've had. We are in a drought, and like I said, last year, being a New Englander, we didn't get a blizzard. We haven't gotten a hurricane. The things that we typically get weather-wise, we have not been getting. So, North Carolina, let's go. Temperance, all right, the card of balance, peace, and harmony. Obstacle, Chariot, moving forward, being progressive, getting things done. Okay, now we get the other mother card. So interesting. So it's with Wisconsin, we got, the Queen of Pentacles, the other mother card, and now with North Carolina, we're getting the other mom card. This is also one of my cards for the US. Let me know in the comments. But it's saying like all of you in North Carolina, you have really been through it. You have had to persevere. You've had to be strong. You've had to keep putting one foot in front of the other. And you are so ready for a new beginning. And one of the things that is going to be weighing heavily on your minds is women's rights and children being taken care of. Pages in tarot have to do with children. So, interesting. So, you know what? If in the past you sort of felt like, okay, North Carolina, you guys weren't able to move forward, you weren't able to get things done, that is about to change. Women's rights are coming to a forefront. So let me cross that off. Okay, Nevada. Let's see. I know there's been lots of speculation. I know some of you have asked me a lot about Nevada and Arizona. Let's take a look one at a time. So looking first at Nevada. Okay, now, if you have been watching me through the years, you do know that this is one of my cards for the Republican Party. This is the card of big money. But let's see. So, 10 of Pentacles. The obstacle, there's too many people on the fence. Maybe too many people not voting. Too many people going back and forth, not being decisive, okay? Obstacle, they're stuck. Look at that. Oh, wow. Hanged Man. They're upside down, they're stuck, but they're stuck by choice. A lot of them, they're kind of like doing this to themselves. And they are worried, they're stressed, they're anxious. 9 of Swords. Queen of Pentacles, the other mother card. That's an interesting dynamic. So now I'm a little bit on the fence. I was thinking Nevada was going to be going more for 45. But there could be enough push and pull. And, let me pull a couple more cards. Nevada, which way are you going? Which way are you going? way are you going? Magician. Look at that. Cards of indecision. So like even right now as we're sitting here, so many of them do not know what to do. The card of community and working together. Interesting how I get the Biden card too on the bottom of the deck. You know what? Nevada remains, I think, a real toss-up. So if you live in Nevada, make sure you vote. You know, don't think that your vote is useless or whatever it is that's there's clearly something that's holding people back that live there. You know, just because maybe things have been done one way in the past does not mean that you cannot foster change for the future. So I feel like it could go either way. Put in the comments, let me know what you think. Arizona. Now, some of you were worried about violence in Arizona, but I wasn't picking up on any of that, so I never made a video about it. I don't know what you're picking up on that I'm not. So let's take a look. I mean, here's the thing. Well, this is how I really should say it. I think there's potential for violence after this election in every state, no matter what. I think there's, you know, I think that's the nature of the times that we are in. But I wasn't seeing something particular about Arizona, I should say. Oh, interesting. And you guys see how I put the cards back, right? Like I open up the deck and I put them back, you know. So it's interesting how we get the Republican card again. 10 of Pentacles. Oh, this is just downright strange. The obstacle, too many people undecided. But here's the thing. You know, undecided, but when you look at this character, Two of Swords, they have a blindfold on. They can put down the swords and take off the blindfold, can't they? So, you know, if you live in Arizona, see reality for what it is. Look at everything. Oh, this is just too strange. The Magician, they want to manifest a new beginning. They do want the sun to come out. So they truly, truly want a new beginning for themselves. One where there's lots of stability. But I am going to go ahead and say, looking at these cards, this is definitely leaning more red to me for Arizona. Because we did start off with the Republican card, and they think the Republicans are going to manifest a new beginning for them. Okay? So if you live in Arizona, you get the word out, you know? What I didn't see enough of was cards of change. Okay? Cards of thinking differently, wanting to do things differently, taking risks, you know, that sort of thing. Okay, so a lot of you have asked me about Texas. I mean, I think a lot of these states that were red are going to be less red. You know, I think a lot of states are getting more what they call purple. But I don't see Texas doing this big, huge flip. And I'll look at Florida again. I know I've looked at Florida before, but I will look at Florida again. Texas, Texas, Texas. Interesting. This is a Wheel of Fortune moment for them. This is, you know, what they do now affects their karmic destiny and fate. So this is a very important time for Texans. This election truly matters for you guys. Their obstacle, the Star card, wishes and dreams coming true. This is my other card for the US. So some of them don't even feel like they're part of the US, like they're part of America, like, you know, like the rest of us. They also feel like their wishes and dreams aren't coming true under this administration. The High Priestess. Okay, now first of all, let me just say, I drew 3 cards for Texas. They're all major arcana. There's only 22. Major arcana cards are big life cards. They're not the mundane day-to-day cards. 8 of Cups. Knight of Swords. Geez, on the bottom of the deck, Two of Swords. So, it's interesting. I think what we're going to see happen is a lot of the women in Texas, you know, this is the High Priestess is about the divine feminine. A lot of women in Texas are going to start to wake up and see the light. They're going to vote for Kamala. Okay. I mean, this card is literally blue. They are. But, you know, some of them are willing to walk away from, you know, what they once knew. They're willing to walk away and to make a change. They're willing to take that risk, to take action. But there's so many that's indecisive. It's funny how, I mean, it's a day before the election and yet they're super indecisive. In all fairness, I am taping this Sunday evening. So let me see, because this was a little bit vague. I can see that the state is definitely getting more blue, but I want to see blue or red. Which way are you guys going? Which way are you turning? I think they're going to stay mostly red. Okay. Texans that are watching, let me know. Put it in the comments. Okay, so we did Texas. All right, Pennsylvania. And then we'll finish up with Florida. All right, Pennsylvania, which way? I think Kamala has Pennsylvania. I really do. I've been feeling it. Let's see what the cards have to say. I know everybody's, you know, worried about it. It's an important state. You know, for all of you that's, you know, from other countries watching this, you know, shaking your head about our electoral college. Yeah, I don't get it either. It's time for change. Pennsylvania. Whew, so lots of stress, worry, and anxiety in Pennsylvania right now. 9 of Swords. Okay. Obstacle. Their inner strength and courage is being tested, and we have to have some patience with them, with everything that they're going through, apparently. Oh, but they're so ready for change. 8 of Wands. Okay, they are ready for some change to come through. Love that. You know, some of them are really healing. You know, they may have been feeling like the system hasn't been working for them, like things are broken. Interesting where we get such an official governmental type card. You know, the Hierophant, the World card, ending one phase, starting the next. So when I look at this, I think it's going to be blue, but there's going to be a lot of red in there. You know, yes, I think overall, yes. I think Kamala is going to take that state. I do. Okay, looking at this, I do. I think every vote is going to matter in Pennsylvania. And I think this is why we see the Hierophant rearing up, the government getting involved, that sort of thing. So what we need for what to happen is for Kamala to like win in a big way, you know. It'd be nice if there was a landslide in Pennsylvania. All right, let's finish up with Florida because a lot of you have asked me about Florida. I still think Florida's going to be red. I think it gets more purple each election, but let's see. Let's see. Okay. Interesting how we get these cards of indecision. Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is about like having a decision to make, and you're not as grounded as you could be as you're making it, because the things inside of those cups are, they're trinkets and baubles and fairies and castles, and like you need to be grounded, Floridians. The Lovers is the obstacle. So the Lovers card, one of the meanings is actually making a choice, making a decision. But also too, like voting with your heart, voting with compassion. The Star card, okay, one of the cards for the US. Also wishes and dreams coming true. Victory and triumph. So this wouldn't be a close race in Florida. But there's work to be done. So where there's work to be done, interesting, even the bottom of the deck, the Chariot, they're really moving forward. So they're progressing in the right direction, which gives me a lot of hope. I don't know if this is enough to actually make them blue though. But they're certainly heading in the right direction, okay? Here's the one prediction I feel very, very comfortable making. They may not go blue this time. They will absolutely go blue in the next election, the next presidential election, okay? So let's finish up on a high note. I love these cards. The Healing Spirits. It's by Gordon Smith. They're beautiful cards, beautifully packaged, gorgeous book. And just take a nice deep breath and ask yourself, what does the universe or my guides, creator, want me to know today? They're a little bit sticky. Okay, which one do you feel drawn to? 1, 2, or 3? You can pause this if you wish. Here we go. Number 1, go within. Yeah, especially for those of you who are feeling stressed, anxious, worried, go within. This is the time to calm your mind. Meditate, breathe deeply, be mindful. Don't focus on everything else. I always, have told you guys this on election night. Actually, election day, I made it a spa day. I've already voted. I voted early. I made it a spa day. I'm going to go relax. I go to bed at the same time. I don't stay up all night. I enjoy myself. Because you can never worry enough to change an outcome of anything, right? So what's the point? So relax, go within and relax. Number 2, carry the torch for others to see. Wake up the world. So you're the catalyst, you're the light worker. You're the one that's waking other people up. You're bringing enlightenment to the planet. It's a big job, but somebody has to do it. Number 3, the light in you can lead the way. And if you notice, like her third eye chakra is wide open. So coming into, a period of time where you're really awakening your psychic and intuitive abilities, letting your light shine. And, it can lead the way for you, but it can also lead the way for others. We can be real inspirations and motivators for other people. So, all right, everyone, it was a pleasure. Make sure you get some rest, take good care of yourselves, practice self-care at this time, and I will see you all on election day. Bye, everybody.